Hello again. I'm going to show a little bit of a variation on the previous tutorial that I did on the Crocodile Stitch. Someone asked me if there's a different way to make the different shapes of the scales. So I've done an extra couple of rows on the swatch that I did for the previous tutorial. As you can see, the first 4 rows are rounded. I'll just bring it a little bit closer to the camera. So we've got a rounded scale. On this the fifth row, you can see we've got a pointed scale there, and then the final row I've got a picot scale. So I'll show you how to do those two variations on the scales. I'll use the swatch that I used originally to show how the scales were formed in the first place, and the alternate row with the blocks of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, etc. So we're going to work exactly the same as we did on the previous video. That we'll do a chain 1, and again we're working around the 2 stitches here with the 6 double crochets down and then the 6 double crochets back up. The only difference is in between the 2 blocks of 6. So we're going to start by working the first double. There's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. And now, instead of working up the post of the next stitch, we're just going to work 2 chain, and then we'll start to work the 6 doubles up the post of the next stitch. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now you can see we've got the 6 doubles coming down, 2 chains, and that's going to form a more pointed scale, and then working the 6 back up. And as before, we're going to work a single into the double here and straight over onto the 6 doubles of the next scale. All the other instructions for doing the crocodile stitch are on the previous tutorial. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Chain 2 before we work the 6 doubles up and around the post of the next stitch. So there we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And again we've got a more pointed scale. I'll do the 3rd and final one of this row. So single into the next stitch and then straight over onto the 6 doubles around the post of the next stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Chain 2 and work 6 doubles around the post of the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and the final single into the third chain of the starting stitch from the previous row. So you can see there, rounded scale and a pointed scale. So depending what you're using your crocodile stitch for would depend on which scale you prefer. So I'm going to turn around and do row 2 again. So we just start with a 3 chain, which counts as the first double, and as this was the single, we're going to do the second double into that stitch, chain 1 and a double into the scale, chain 1, 2 doubles into the single crochet, chain 1, a double into the middle of the scale, chain 1, and 2 doubles into the single, chain 1, double into the scale, chain 1, and again I'm going to work 2 doubles into the last stitch. So this next row excuse me, will be the 4 scales. So again we're going to chain 1, and we're going to start with the 6 doubles around this first stitch here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Again we're going to do 2 chains, but this time we're going to put the needle through these 2 loops here. Catch a loop, pull it through and work a single crochet. We're then going to work the 6 crochets around the post of this second stitch. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this time with the picot we've got an even longer scale than the previous row. I'll show you one more time just so that you can be familiar with the stitch. Again we're going to single into the next double, and we start working the 6 doubles around the next post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 2 chain, and then the hook goes through these 2 loops, pick up a loop, pull it through and a single crochet. Now going to work the 6 doubles around the next stitch, or the post of the next stitch should I say. So there we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, might have to slide those along a little bit, 5, oops, and 6. And again we've got a long scale with the picot at the bottom, and then single crochet into the next stitch. If you wanted a smaller scale, you could change the doubles to half doubles if you want them to, you know, to be a much smaller compact scale, but I do think that the doubles seem to work best. So I'll just do that one more time. I'm going to double crochet 6 stitches around the post of the next stitch. 4, 5 and 6, and then 2 chain, and the needle goes through these 2 loops here. Pick up the loop and do a single crochet. Then we're going to work the 6 doubles again around the post of the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then just a single into the next double. So the bigger the scale, or the longer the scale, the more dense the work is going to be. I will just say that this stitch does use quite a lot of yarn, so I will try and make sure that you've got enough yarn for whatever project it is that you're going to make. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.